Hello again, Glitch Reaper here. I'm back in D&D Crusader. Been a while. Anyhow, there's several things that I need to do at this stage of things. One of which is I need to go into Mystcraft dimensions to fulfill this quest. This was last episode ending off point. But anyhow, I'll be getting a lot of rewards. But getting these isn't necessarily something that's straightforward. You need to know a bit about Mystcraft to do that. Luckily, I do have some things set up there, and oh, classic rain past a ladder. But other than that, there's something else I'd like to, well, a couple things actually, one of which is down here, so I need to stay in there for a moment. Oops. Anyhow, I remembered, well, actually, I kind of ran into how skills work is actually pretty easy, actually, for talents. You just have to get high enough in level, and then they will be fulfilled. So you just need to keep using your magic for a while. So since I've made a few new spells since then, I do have that, including a Silk Touch Blast that I can use to pop up blocks whole. Got a little fireball thing. I got the light. And I think I've got a. Let me see. What else do I have in here? Let me see here. The light. Oh, my force shot, which is nice. A little fireball. Okay. I'll probably be using that silken orb for mining considerably. I gave this a little bit of an improvement, actually, because I'd had this for a while from a king slime, and that is one thing in this version, is that king slimes are random bosses you'll find, especially around slime islands, and they'll drop random tools that are always called king slime something or other. And this one is a set of shurikens, so I might use this as an additional ranged option. I give it auto repair, so it'll automatically maintain itself. So now it's got an unlimited supply of ammo. By Matic, I'm going to be using this particular version for a while, because it was better than my old Matic. So that one I've left framed because it was my first Matic, and I usually like my initial bone Matic, so I had to give it a proper send-off. But yeah. But basically, now that I'm done with a few little things that's happened since then, I'd like to go on to actually showing how to do talents and a little bit of other Ars Magica stuff. Now, you'll see these names are in different colors for the abilities. This means that you need skill points of that type to earn these. Like, for example, this is one I've been very curious about for a while. But it's in green. I don't have any green points right now. So whenever I go around and go looting places, maybe I'll find an affinity orb for green. Or maybe later on I'll get boss whacking and for Ars Magica 2 and earn them that way, because you can get affinity orbs more than one way. Additionally, you can earn some points as you level up your magic level. So either way, I will get it eventually. Like, I know I recently went past 10, and I don't remember having that red point before that. I'm trying to remember if that's from that or if I got an affinity orb. But either way, I have 3 blue and 1 red. So what that means is I can gain several of these options, but not everything. I can also go into my other options and try to get other things that I haven't earned yet. And the more stuff you earn, the more you can get over time, and the more options you have for your spellcasting. So it's pretty important to keep that up. Now, some of these I might get just for some of the later ability rather than the initial, because I'm not as into the whole bound weapon system that it has. But getting Charm to have enemies fight on your side for a little while, or a disarm to remove their equipment, those are nice. I like those abilities. At the same time, I also have to choose at this time between that and talents, and of course there's other options over here that I could do. So it goes between a lot of different things that I could use at this time, and as I level up more and get more orbs, I should be a lot better off in that situation. Over time, I should be able to earn this all. Now, it should be noted this mod hasn't really changed very much between this version 1.7.10 and past the combat update, except one tiny little detail. They added in, out of the bound like tools and stuff you can make, I think you can bind a shield. That's basically the only real difference throughout the whole thing. Well, that and maybe the bosses may have gotten a little bit buffed up since then, but I don't know. It may just be the way entities fight differently then. I'm not entirely sure. But either way, I will be definitely wanting to get myself some talents and some other things over time, so I think now is a decently good time to earn them. Now, some of these traits are pretty straightforward. Mana regen. This means that you recover your mana energy, that's your personal reserve of magic, faster than before. So that's a very handy ability to have. So now I have mana regen since I clicked on that. It says known. And it doesn't have descriptions in here, but in the book it does. It'll tell you basically you just recover your mana faster. Now, Affinity Gains Boost is one that I'm not sure whether or not I want to have per se, because you get it at a pretty decent rate over time, and it can make your affinities and abilities gained from affinities become a bit more wild whenever you have it happen faster. So I think I'll leave that one as is. Now, Spell Motion, I'm not entirely sure what that is. Now these are good, augmented casting and extra summoning, but that's better for later. I may just go down this path and get Mana Regen 2, if I can. Oh, no, that's in green, that's right, I can't earn that. So I can leave those there. This one, I'm not entirely sure what that even means. Maybe I can colorize my spells or something? I may have to look into that later. So I'm going to see if there's something else I'd like to get, because, again, I do have a few extra points. I'd like to get Binding so I can get Disarm, so that I can make a spell with that later. Because that is pretty good. And Charm is like getting enemies to fight on your side for a little while. Now those would be a couple in a row. I can get that, and I can get... That one can be a little weird. So I have options. My offenses... bounce is literally like bouncing the spell around off the ground. It's kind of a little funny. Magic damage I haven't got yet, interestingly enough. Frost damage. I've got reasons to get like Frost, Lightning, and a few others. I can probably... Lightning would be a good one, zapping things. So I got a couple of points I can still use. I might close in over here on the offense side and be able to get some other offensive spells eventually. Because that way I'll be able to be ready for them. Now, I'll probably be able to get a lot of points along the way, because I'm going to try to earn something specifically later. So I got myself some lightning damage. I'm going to get magic damage. That's in green, that's in blue, but I don't have the points. Do I have anything that's blocking my path in red? Because that would be kind of convenient, because I have Storm. Okay. I might see what Storm does later, but right now I'll see if there's anything barring my path. Nope, those are all in blue. And it does kind of have to start from certain common points, so you can't really go too terribly far from that. So, yeah. Target nuts. Got that. Okay, so that I can only go so far on that one right now. My talents don't have anything in red that I can use to connect. And these just fill up over time as I use my spells, so I don't think there's anything I can do right now except maybe actually go for that Storm quality. But I'd really rather save up for some of these. Mana Regen 3 is a really quick recovery. And the Mage Posse traits means I have some light mages following me. I kind of like being able to have an improved one, so I might save that red point for later. And you can always do that. You can always save up your points. So I'll leave that as is. Now, here's why I've been staying with the with this armor. The Armor Imbuement table. This block is particularly interesting as to what it can do. Now, let me just maybe I should have said imbue, but that's okay. It's still here. Armor Imbuement table. This thing just takes a bit of obsidian, an enchantment table, any carpet, and crafting altars. These are the same altars that you use to make your big spell crafting altar over there as part of the structure. So instead of just being part of a multi-block, it's over here. Now the thing that's really cool about this Armor Imbuement system, and other than the fact not too many people actually really seem to use it, despite the fact it's a big aspect of the mod, you can actually eventually level up your armor over time. If you see, when you have Ars Magica 2, you'll see that it has this whole thing about saying your armor experience level. Now, I have been using this armor set for quite some time because I really like the tinkered armor set, the Traveler's armor. Now, at this point, I've got it so leveled up that I could probably just do pretty much everything with it that I'd like. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do various stuff with it. You can see all this is now here. Now, some of these things give you all sorts of additional bonuses, and I think you do have to go in tier. Like, I can't choose one of these before the others. Like, I don't think I can choose this one. See? I was clicking on it. No, you have to do it in a tier-based system, but I believe I have enough experience on this armor to do so, and it just gains experience as you do. Now, I can get myself a burnout reduction bonus, meaning that my spells recover quicker from me using them rapidly in between. I can get Magitech Goggles integration. This means that I don't have to have Magitech Magitech Goggles is a separate item to equip, and they give you certain abilities whenever you're looking at things. Pinpoint Ores using Warding Candle, that's a bit of an integrated system. Mana regeneration bonus. Now, because my skills, I'll be getting some of these things overall, and also note that other pieces of armor, not just specifically helmets, can have a lot of these same bonuses. Now, some of these things are exclusive. Now, I put in my special goggles, my Traveler's goggles, and that means that it gets certain things exclusive only to helmets. So, I think I will go for Magitech Goggles integration. Now, some of these will be, again, pretty much the same. Drown damage resistance, explosion damage resistance, fall damage resistance, and physical damage resistance. I may go with protecting myself from explosions a bit. Let me see, how is my protection? Magic resistance haste. This one does have some good stuff, but I may want to be a little more resistant to explosions, especially when I found out that something seems to have changed the enchantment system around here, and I'm not used to it being that way, especially when it comes to anvils. So I'm grabbing myself some explosion damage resistance. I can get fire and frost resistance. Now, there will be some bosses that attack me with frost, but because of enchants, I do believe I have some measure. Yeah, I have some fire protection. So I think I'll go with frost just for that case. Now, this last tier is something I don't think I have the levels for yet. It'll show a lot of my stuff here I have whenever I do this. Yeah, here we go. It says infused experience, armor XP level. It'll say it says Magitech Goggles integration, explosion damage resistance, frost damage resistance. So I don't have enough points for either of these things right now. So as I level up my armor again, I should eventually be able to earn the ability to choose between a mining speed boost and hunger regeneration. I'm kind of hoping for hunger regeneration, just because it makes things last even longer in this pack. So now I'm going to use my Traveler's Vest. Now, again, note that there's certain things that seem to be exclusives with this particular type of armor piece. Like, here we have a chest piece, and it has different things that it can do. Now, I'm going to probably go with Flicker Lure for later. This means that you can attract flickers to you more easily, and there are creatures in Ars Magica 2 that are kind of important later on. So I'm going to go long-term and say Flicker Lure. I don't have too much issues with drowning due to my good amount of respiration, but just in case, and because certain bosses do fight with it, I'll use drown damage protection. Now, fire damage is something that, again, I'll want to be resistant to in some ways, but you can always use a potion for that. So I'll go with frost again. Now, I don't believe I can actually choose either of these options. So, I don't think I can do either of these. yeah, it doesn't have the ability to get the last tier. So my level was pretty high, allowed me to go through 3 tiers, but not quite 4. Now, this is the leggings type section. Why does it say poor? Did I never rename these? I never renamed my traveler's wings. Can I do that down there in this section? I mean, can I do that here with my tool station? 'Cause I wanted to rename my leggings. Okay. Flight boosters. There we go. So yes, you can do that in there specifically. It keeps everything. This is what happens when you update a little too much. I think it may be levels. I'm not entirely sure which one's doing those modifiers, like saying it's good or bad or whatever. So that I'm not entirely sure of. It could be because I did update the pack to try to get ready for something else, but that never really came through. Okay, let me see. This one has. Oh yeah, I didn't go through this all. Let's see, step assist, it already has step assist. I'm not sure if that would stack. But I can get some different resistances here because you kind of got to choose a path. Swim speed, but I'd move very fast. Fire, lava damage protection, dispelling. I kind of like where those two are going. I think this one gets rid of debuffs. Now, because I can only choose between mana regeneration and burnout reduction, I think I'll go with burnout reduction this time. Bit more resistance to explosions, and stack that on. Bit more against frost. And I don't have the ability to do anything further there. Just a moment. I'm back. Okay, let me see here. This was the one I couldn't, see, do I got it all the way? Yeah, that's right. Okay, now we get to boots. Let's see a few of these. Run speed bonus. I could go really fast. Fall damage physical. Lightning damage resistance. Light step. Water walking. Freedom of movement. Fall protection. Again, I'm protected from falls. So, see, freedom of movement, I think, allows me to move faster through webs and other things that would otherwise inhibit my movement. So, this could be a good ability to go for. Light step, I'm not entirely sure. Water walking, it already has the ability to do that. So, I'm trying to think of my last tier. At the same time, run speed bonus does sound good. A little bit of extra physical protection wouldn't be bad. Maybe some resistance to lightning. No, I might actually go down this path. So, run speed bonus. I'll get some physical damage protection. Some resistance to lightning. And then I don't have enough left for that, so I'll need to level these up further. And now this is a fantastically good armor set that I have on just because of imbuing it with this. So that is just beautiful. Now, the thing is that my major quest now will be going into Mystcraft, but because of some of the unknown dangers that could pop up, I decided it would be best if I powered up my armor first. So, before I get into that, I need to show off some of the things that you need to do to get into Mystcraft. Now, let me see here. I'm going to go at Myst to show these. This finally got updated to 1.11, but it's not 1.12 yet at this exact time. But again, that's just this exact time. But yeah, some of the things you'll be needing are the ink mixer, made with 5 stone, a glass bottle, and a couple of planks, which I have over here. You'll be needing the book binder, which is 3 iron ingots and 5 planks. And you'll also be needing a few book stands if you can, because that'll be handy later on. Just a couple of sticks and a plank for each. And, let me see. And I will be needing to do some of this stuff too. I already got my writing desk set up. The writing desk itself is 5 planks. You need a glass bottle and a feather. It also has a special backing that you need because it's kind of a partial multi-block sort of thing. And that's 5 planks and an item frame. So overall, you do need a good amount of stuff to get going, but it's not really that bad. I'll be needing to make some other things along the way to get this to work. In fact, I'll be doing that in a moment because I can't really demonstrate this without it. So, yeah. I'll need myself some paper. Preferably a little bit more. Oh, there's something else I need to do. I need to make myself one of these portfolios. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so it's a good thing I've stockpiled up some leather. Actually, I'll be needing a lot of that later. The string, I just need one of. Okay, so here in the Twilight Forest, I'm doing magical stuff. It really is a magical forest. Nice. I'll be needing this. I can put in various symbols later that I'll be obtaining whenever I'm exploring the Mystcraft realms. So I'll probably be holding on to this book for quite some time. Let me see, do I have some space in my... yeah, I kind of have a little bit left in here, but it's not much. But still, these are just necessary items for exploring and a few things that are just handy to have around just in case. So I've kind of made myself a good traveling backpack. Let me see, some of the other things that I'll be needing. I need to make myself the linking book. Oh yeah, that's right. An unlinked link book. Oh yeah, the panels. Okay, I'll need to show how that works because it's not exactly a very easily any-eyed process. Ah, there we go. Okay. Oh, needed ink. Ink. Needed ink. I got a decent amount in here, I believe. It's a good thing I have a few empty bottles left because I will be needing them. I will be needing them filled. I have pretty much all my supplies on hand. Just the one exception was I needed to catch a couple of chickens because I needed their feather. That was interesting. Well, not too much. I just kind of, you know, did the classic moving them around with a couple of leads and everything was fine. So they're fine, and I can get later feathers and stuff if I need them. I think I can actually use a pool of liquid Ethereum. Oddly enough, for water. That is still so funny. And why does that work so easily? Do they really just have it based on water? I'm not entirely sure. But anyhow, making ink bottles is something you'll be needing to get these link panels. Whether they have any other property won't matter at this stage. But you will be needing to make yourself ink vials. So, bottled water, a bit of this. Do these stack? Oh, those do stack! Nice. I forgot about that. They stack better than the water bottles that they come from. That's always hilarious. Oh, can I scan? Can I scan you? I can. I can scan. Oh, I also need to scan this. Thank you. Thanks for the research points. I'll be greatly appreciated whenever I do more Thami-related stuff. Now, let's see here. I need to make myself some special pages. I need to bind books. The writing desk is more meant for after you got symbols, but it is a big part of the exploration process. Okay, I need to put in some... I think it's this side. Yeah, it's that side. I need to put in some paper. Okay, I got myself a link panel page. I'll need more than one of these, so it'd be a good idea if I put in another one, because I'm going to need to make a couple of linked books. And note that link panels with the same properties stack. So that's something to be wary of, that it does in fact work that way. I think I can get another one just in case. Oh, okay. Nice, now I'm out of ink. As you see, this thing kind of fills up. There's some other things you can do with it, but right now, no need to get fancy. Just getting some of those things. Okay, now to make myself these unlinked link books, I need some of my leather. I'll be needing some of this. Okay, one for that, one for the way back, and you never know. Because this is going to get wacky in a hurry. Did I get extra bottles? I thought I only started 3. Did that duplicate my bottles? That's kind of handy whenever you need them for thirst. Okay. Let me see here. I need to have a couple of these on hand. Or at least one of them. Yeah, because I might be making more than one trip. Because this could get, again, a little wacky. Okay, I have unlinked link book. I will link it to my location here. So, let me see. I think I hold shift or sneak and do use click. Now I have it as lasting linking book. Why it says durability. Oddly enough, various books in Mystcraft have a durability represented as health, but it's also represented as durability in the book. Environmental damage can actually take them out after a while. So I may have to cover this area with a bit more witchwood planks if my tree ever grows. Come on, trees. I planted you quite some time ago. I may just bone meal them and see if that works. Anyhow, there's various ways that you can prevent them from taking damage. If you have a book that is in any container, it doesn't count towards taking damage. So, yeah. I'll need this to get back and forth. And otherwise, this one I need to hold on my person. One of these will be taking a trip with me. Now, let me see here. The book binder. This one is a bit different. I need more panels. Should have saved one of those for that. But seeing how many you go through, not really. you will go through a lot really fast. Okay, so I'll again take a few of these and make a bit more water. Whee! Okay. Raining again? Yeah, it's okay. I'll probably go into some place that's not even raining at the time. I think weather in one world does not affect the other. A storm? Interesting. I might actually be able to use that at some point. Need to remember that weather actually works around here as well. I'll just make a lot of these because, again, this is one of the things that you tend to get, oops, wrong thing. You tend to use a lot of. I know you're working, Storm. I know you're working. I'll go ahead and use a couple of these. That doesn't sneak click out. That's weird. Okay, so that worked out. Okay, maybe I was wrong about how many I actually put in before. I don't know. No, I'm definitely right. That number seems to be growing. It's like, how are you doing this? Some things just don't scan out of this. Excuse me. But anyhow, others do. Okay, I'll need... wrong one to click on. I need to put in some leather. Why are you not doing this? It's supposed to work like that. Maybe it goes in here. Panel as the first. Why are you not going in? I put it in here. There we go. Don't need all of them here right now. I need to take some of this out so I can Yeah, so I can have some stuff for later. I think I put this here. Do I? Oh, not that many. I didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to put that many in. Well, it'll be stockpiled for a while, but I'll need to make more paper. Okay. Oops. This could get really wacky. I think that's what I need there. Do I need it over here? It seems to go over here. Okay. Now, can I remove this first page and get the book? World 1? Okay, I have to kind of, you just name it and you get there. So this is something I haven't done for a while. One-way ticket. It kind of is. That's why I have this one over here. And next time I'll remember that I shouldn't throw in a whole stack of paper. But it doesn't matter too much because I have a sugarcane farm over there. So I will be fine and... Really? You want to taste my magic? Fine. I can accommodate you. Have an orb of force. Okay. This is physical damage, so I have to hit him straight. Come on. Orb of force. Boink. Go down. May have a decent armor. No, doesn't really have much armor. What? Oh yeah, well this is kind of a weak spell. This is like one of my earlier ones. Keep walking right there. You'll be fine. Oops. Well, I took care of that problem. You know, while I'm at it, because I just got some bones, why not bone meal? Oh, I actually got the head. So I got the skeleton skull. Nice. Okay. Now I'm going to, since that just happened randomly, I'm going to do this. Can you... They don't accept bone meal! These trees are insane! Please! Please, trees! Why you do this to me, Witchwood trees? Seriously. What's wrong? Oh my gosh, why? Why do they do that? Okay. Keep a little bit of arrows on hand. Oh gosh, why? Why tree? Well, I'll put these in here for now. I'll make a separate thing for Mystcraft stuff later. That was weird. Okay, anyhow. This first descriptive book has random properties, and I will put it in this nice little book stand here. Well, actually, one over here probably good, because the way I normally do orders. Okay. So now I have it in the book stand. It renders, and I can click on it to go there, especially if I'm in the interface. This is also why I have a couple of these, because I'll need that for the other direction. And you know, if that's going to rain on it, I think I need to... You know, I don't think it's actually taking damage. I think it's... Yeah, I think as long as it's in any book stand or lectern or something like that, that it's perfectly protected from the environment, so it should be fine. Okay, I'm going to click in here and go along my way. Uh-oh.